Picture this, a busy afternoon rush. Customers lined up past aisle 7. I'm tired, hungry, and the store's fluorescent lights are burning into my skull. Then I hear it, the most condescending voice imaginable. That's the problem with your generation. None of you can do basic math. She said it loud enough for everyone to hear, and she said it to my coworker, a sweet girl who struggles with numbers because of a legitimate learning disability. I felt my blood boil, and I knew, right then and there, this woman wasn't getting away with it. Not this time. If you've ever wished you could stand up to a bully, especially the kind that hide behind the phrase, the customer is always right, hit that like button and subscribe, because today's story, it's pure delicious justice served cold. My name is Lily Carter. I'm 19, working as a cashier in a small grocery store in Sunrise Valley, one of those peaceful Midwestern towns where everyone knows everyone. Well, almost everyone is peaceful, because we also have people like her. Let's call her Margaret. Margaret was a type of customer who could walk into a field of flowers and still find something to complain about, the kind who makes the air feel colder just by entering a room. And she came to our store almost every day. She would always pay in cash. Not a problem, until she pulled her signature move. She loved adding random coins after the total was already paid. Most customers do this to make the change easier, but not Margaret. No, she did it to make our jobs harder. Every time she finished paying, she'd suddenly say, "Oh, I have change," and throw coins on the counter, forcing us to reopen the order, recount everything, and redo the math. And she did it with a smirk, like she enjoyed watching us scramble. One afternoon, my coworker, Ellie, was ringing her up. Ellie is kind, patient, and honestly one of the hardest working girls in the entire store. She also has dyscalculia, a math disability that makes numbers difficult. But she uses tools, checks twice, and always gets it right. So, of course, Margaret decided Ellie would be her target. After Ellie tried recalculating the change using a small handheld calculator, Margaret leaned in with that sugary, bitter tone and said, "This generation is hopeless. You kids can't even do simple math without machines." Ellie's hands froze. Her shoulders shrunk. She looked like she wanted to disappear. My heart cracked for her. My jaw clenched so tightly I felt a pulse in my teeth. I wanted to say something, but customer service rules held me back, so I swallowed the anger, but it sat in my chest like a burning coal. That night, I replayed the moment over and over again. The humiliation in Ellie's eyes, the smugness on Margaret's face, the injustice of standing there, unable to defend someone who didn't deserve that cruelty. By the time I reached home, I had chewed my lip raw from frustration. My hands shook as I unlocked the door. It wasn't just anger. It was a helplessness that came from not standing up for a good person. And that helplessness slowly turned into clarity. If Margaret wanted to toy with people, then she'd eventually toy with me. And when she did, I'd be ready. A few days later, she showed up again. Same purse, same expression, same attitude. I didn't hesitate. I switched registers so I could be her cashier. She dumped her groceries onto the belt with the same dramatic sigh she always used, like we personally dragged her into the store. I greeted her with my nicest, fakest smile. She paid in cash, big bills. Then right as I handed her the receipt, she did it. "Oh, wait, I have change." She tossed 3 small coins onto the counter, like she was dropping crumbs for a pigeon. Fine, perfect. This was my stage. I picked up a calculator. Slowly, I pressed the buttons. Slowly, I watched the reaction, carefully. As expected, Margaret sighed dramatically and said, "Unbelievable. These young people can't do simple math anymore." That was my cue. I let my face fall. My smile faded. I let my voice tremble just slightly. I whispered, "I'm sorry. I used to be great at math before the brain tumor." She froze. Her face drained of color. Her mouth opened and closed like she forgot how to speak. I blinked back imaginary tears and gently placed her change into her hand. Her fingers shook. She whispered, I'm so sorry, dear. I didn't know." I nodded slowly. Most people don't. She rushed out of the store as if the floor were collapsing beneath her. For the first time ever, she didn't return the next day. Over the following weeks, Margaret came in less often, quieter, more polite, almost afraid to speak. She never insulted another cashier again. Not Ellie, not me, not anyone. One sentence, one performance, shut down her pattern of bullying completely. She thought she was breaking people, but she had no idea who she was messing with. Here's the truth. Kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. And people who go out of their way to belittle others, they eventually face consequences. Sometimes justice isn't loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet, psychological, precise, like reminding someone that they never know what others are going through and that words can wound deeper than they realize. If this story gave you chills or made you cheer a little inside, hit that like button. Tell me in the comments, what's the worst worst customer you've ever dealt with. And don't forget to subscribe for more satisfying real-life revenge stories. Your support keeps these stories coming.